In 1963, Sarah Murphy led a few brave mothers to travel our state together, talking with people in churches and civic groups to help them accept school integration. They were Black, white, Asian American, Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish. They were the panel of American women.
Sarah Murphy attended a meeting of the National Committee for the Support of Public Schools in Washington. Remember that?
Yes,
I sure did. There were a bunch of us that were members, and one at a time we would go to those meetings.
When, Brandy?
In 1963. And she heard Homer Wadsworth, who was on the school board. I think he was president, wasn't he?
Kansas City.
In Kansas City, stand up and tell about a wonderful thing that was very helpful in terms of getting folks to know each other across racial and religious lines.
It was probably one of the first times that a lot of the people had ever had experience with different groups of people or had the opportunity themselves to ask questions. It was an opportunity for me, myself, to meet a whole different group of people and to get acquainted with differences too. I mean, you know, you don't always have that opportunity, and the panel gave us an opportunity to make friends in different communities and helped all of us to grow as individuals.
Panelists really told about personal experiences. Their own personal experiences in interacting with people who were not included or different than they, their children's experiences, their family experiences, and they were very simply told. And I think the reasoning was that if you just told what happened to you, people can't contradict that. And so the tension that comes from resisting change and fairness and not being prejudiced and discriminatory, it was hard to slip that in when people say, this is what I experienced and this is what happened to me. I think that the worth and dignity of humans is embedded in Arkansas public policy panel activities. And the ways to achieve that are explored differently. I think what they're doing works, and I think it's very, very challenging.
Over the years, the panel has evolved and expanded its strategies to include community organizing, leadership development, coalition building, and education on policy issues. Since 1999, it has coordinated the Arkansas Citizens First Congress, helping Arkansans to increase their impact on policy at the Capitol. Both organizations continue to advance social, economic, and environmental justice through respect for human dignity, diversity, empowerment, and an inclusive, fair, and transparent political process.
You go to any of these more developed states that I discussed, and there'll be lots of organizations like the Public Policy Panel. But to my knowledge, this is it in Arkansas. There is nothing else like it in Arkansas. It's a precious organization.
They've really been doing superior work because they have been doing really good research, providing really good and clear information, giving good guidance to individuals and communities so that they will be able to be real partners in the development of both institutions and organizations that can, that is the foundation for growth of any area.
Today, the panel provides hands-on experience and civic participation by helping community groups organize, create infrastructure, set goals, and develop action plans for better schools, safer neighborhoods, accountable government, and more.
We basically have made people aware that they have power. That's basically what we've been doing. Our approach is very different. Our approach is that we bring together a whole bunch of leaders, 10 to 15 leaders, and put them at the table and begin to help them identify a shared vision where they can begin to understand what it is that they want to accomplish in that community and then work together as a group to try to pull it together and to make those changes. The second part of our plan is leader development. A lot of people don't know that they have a leader in them. So we try to pull that leader out by, sitting them at the table, developing a strategic plan. Our approach is that we strategically identify the issues and then strategically pull together a plan, a sustained plan that is not only going to help them temporarily, but it's going to help them over the long haul.
In Gould, Arkansas, residents faced many challenges in their town, including a city council that tried to ban them from meeting within the city limits. They organized and worked with allies of the panel to remove city council members who were holding office illegally. Then they supported a slate of candidates who won in a landslide election and led a successful campaign for election reform at the Capitol.
And I feel that the Arkansas Public Policies Panel's role in what we have accomplished has been vital. Without them, we would have still not understood the process. We wouldn't have understood how to hold people accountable. So they have brought in a lot of information, brought in a lot of knowledge for us. And with that, we have succeeded in not only our lawsuits, but actually passing laws on a state level.
All around the state, in communities like Prescott, Arkansas, parents, students, and others are meeting monthly to help improve their schools and expand educational opportunities by focusing on data and research-based reforms.
I feel that one of the challenges, of course, for me, because I like a lot of participation, and I feel like we are not getting the parental participation that we would like to have. And that is one thing that because we have always been told by the policy panel, and I agree, that there is power in numbers. And so we are trying to get our parents to be involved in their children's education, which in turn is going to, and I believe that the concerned citizens of Prescott will be able to help them do that, and in turn it's going to help their children to do much better in school.
Landowners and environmental groups in north central Arkansas are concerned about the effects of natural gas drilling on their communities. The panel is helping them build a coalition focused on protecting their land, air, and water.
Arkansas Public Policy Panel was very dynamic in our efforts, and they were very beneficial in bringing the different groups together, organizing, showing us how to do an outreach, how to organize and do it in a manner that is very, very efficient and very, very effective.
And there was no other group in the state that could take on this challenge and do the educating and then wrap up a nice legislative package than the Arkansas Public Policy Panel.
As Arkansas's political landscape changes, the panel continues to leverage the state's unique political culture, where relationships often trump ideology. This makes it possible for coalitions like the Arkansas Citizens First Congress to make progress on issues that have a mobilized and energized base of people behind them who can speak with legislators on a personal level.
If you look across the southern political landscape, progress for progressives is pretty hard, and Arkansas has a lot more opportunities for progress.